but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his second season out of Missouri, Drew Lock.
Well, he started his season the way that everyone wants to start their season, with an absolute bang. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Let's see where he goes from here.
Set the bar high. Week 2, we'll see what he can do. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. To throw again, Lock. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brought down at the 30-yard line.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun snap to Lock. Steps away to his left. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Broncos' new signee for 2020, Sam Martin, former Lion, on to punt. As he's on to punt. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
So first and 10 now from the 30. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
A good carry and a first down. James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form, because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018 he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
Not much there, only a yard.
Defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down, Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. It's third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Von Miller doing what he does. Sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
K.J. Hamler returning it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On first and 10, here's Lock. Rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Working out of the gun. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take with the deep.
And look at this, another fake, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
31-yard line.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Good catch there by Eric Ebron, and the Steelers are hoping that they see the 2018 version of this young man. 66 catch, 750 yards, and 13 touchdowns. And that was good enough for second in the league with the Indianapolis Colts. The Steelers like to throw to the tight end. They hope Ebron is the guy.
Three 0 after one on EA Sports.
Steelers 3, Broncos 0.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Bradley Chubb, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Complete right around the 8. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And there's a catch by Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's hoping there's plenty more of that coming. 2019, not the year he expected. Lost his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, early. Dealt with a knee injury and missed 4 games, and his stats really fell. Just 552 yards through the air. But in 2018, what a big year he had then with Big Ben. 1,426 yards. He's hoping that the return of form of Roethlisberger leads to the return of form of himself.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball a 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today.
3-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I know a lot of Denver fans are really excited about the possibilities for Cortland Sutton now that Drew Lock is entrenched as their starting quarterback. Remember, last season, the last 5 games with Lock as the guy in charge, the team went 4-1. I think they'll only get better and better. As for the season, Cortland Sutton had 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns with 3 different quarterbacks. Just put the ball in his vicinity, and he'll make a play.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, it's Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, it's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
There's a familiar sight. T.J. Watt with a sack. And remember last year, he was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, and he earned it because he's been the top 10 in the league in sacks for 2 straight seasons. Really.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Drew Lock with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. It's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returning it, here's Hamler. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll head down. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Throwing on first down is Locke. And this is incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the
throwing again. Locke. He's going to take off with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First down.
Throwing now is Locke. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Locke now on first down, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think yes, sir.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
Way to go,
and he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
We kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. We focus our attention now on the quarterback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Good catch by Deontay Johnson, and he really helped fill a void during his rookie season when he had 59 catches that led the team, and he was first among all rookie receivers last season as well. Not bad for the 10th wide receiver selected in the 2019 draft. Really good play. Expects to continue to get better in this Pittsburgh offense.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at the University of Miami in Ohio.
Yeah, and they didn't get him down in the MAC. It's hard to get him down in the NFL.
Well, chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down, Denver. Operating from the gun, Locke. He'll run it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to keep it here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Alex Highsmith in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. This is caught, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
The 23-yard line.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
What is it?
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Broncos 21, Steelers 17.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Throwing his lock on third down. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's happened to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And it's caught. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So Big Ben and the Steelers now down by 2 touchdowns. A little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger once more. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field for a nice pickup.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult. 20. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. But now it's 3rd down.
And 20.
Here's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Eric Ebron, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Denver, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.
Kick it and go.